coming through. Now, we understand that when your team landed yesterday, it was really a mess. No immigration at the airport, no communication system, no government officials as well.
Yes, good afternoon. They got there yesterday evening around 8:30. And when they got there, they said they just walked into the airport. There were no immigration authorities. Nobody stamped their passports. They could see people in difficulty. They saw chaos. Not chaos in terms of thousands of people being there. It's the local people, the NGOs who are trying to do something. There was no plan out response. People really didn't know what to do, and that's not their fault, because to get to the airport, number one, was very difficult. All the roads have been damaged. They have been washed away. The airport was closed because of strong wind. The airport itself has been badly damaged, and the harbor is not functional. So there's no communication systems. You can't make a call out, you can't get a call in. So nobody can get feedback on exactly what's going on. So basically, whoever was there were left to their own devices. There was no implementation plan. They met this morning, they met our SANDF helicopters crew, they were there. And all the people they spoke to said, look, very few rescue attempts have been made because there was no aircraft to go and help people. They couldn't get boats there, because they couldn't cross the roads. Boats can only come in cargo planes, so they've been stuck there. They said if you look at the city itself, inside Beira, if people are moving around doing their business, but just a few kilometers on the outside, although there's a lot of destruction inside Beira. From the feedback we're getting, 90% of the city is damaged. They said just a few kilometers outside, the place called Biz, it's about 30 kilometers, and even closer, there's already, from all counts, minimum of 5,000 people to be saved, to be rescued by boats or helicopter. But that's nearby. Further downstream, along the rivers, in the informal settlements, in the community, in the rural areas, nobody has any idea as to what the destruction is and how many people have been trapped there or been washed away.
So what's the team saying really, and what kind of assistance will your team be providing to those affected?
Well, right now we have 40 water specialists there. 32 they have just reached Vilanculos. 8 were sent by plane yesterday to Beira. The other 32 came by road. It took quite some time to come to Vilanculos. If required tomorrow, depending on how the situation stabilizes and what happens in Beira itself, we'll probably fly all 32 people into Beira to go help with the water rescue. Of course, we need to send a cargo plane to collect those boats to take them across. We're busy trying to arrange helicopters. The more helicopters we have, we've got enough personnel, we've got enough water personnel. We just need to arrange helicopters that can start doing rotations to go to the different areas. And also, we will have a clearer picture once we're in the air. From the ground, they said they can't really make out what the problem is because you can't see anywhere. It's only water everywhere. So they said they need to get above the water to fly a whole range, several square kilometers, to get some idea of where the trouble is and then what action to be taken. So at the moment, we're trying to procure helicopters. So hopefully by the latest evening or tomorrow, they can start flying.
Yeah, and I suppose this means that the death toll could actually rise, as the president was saying.
He's right. It's probably the biggest flood damage they've ever had. People in Beira themselves have said, the few voice messages that came through, we've never seen anything like this. 90% of our city is destroyed. 99% of roofs are blown away. The health ministry sent me a message. Our biggest hospital is totally destroyed. 600 patients, it was a 600-bed hospital. We need help. The whole hospital, it's gone. We were seeing 1,000 injured patients a day. And stories like that all the time. There's water all around us. We're cut off from the rest of the world. It's basically total coverage with water, and you need to get them out. Oh, the other thing they said there was a large dam, and a few days ago they were worried that the dam may burst. Now they say the dam has burst. So it means additional water coming from that area. They need, of course, they said medical help, but you can't do medical help because you first got to bring the people to a central point. And then they tell me, which central point are we going to bring the people to? There's only water. We take them out of water, where do we land with them? So they need camps to be set up where they can stabilize and put the people in those camps. But those kind of camps have not been set up, so they don't actually know where to put the people they're going to take out of the water.
Yeah, but what is your team saying? Is the deployment of our SANDF members really assisting? From what you're telling us, the situation is very bad, but is it really making a difference?
if you save even one life, you've made a difference. You're giving hope. When people see in that kind of situation, if the lights are gone, there's no phone, there's no people around, and if people see that, they become totally hopeless. In disaster intervention, psychological support is very, very important. It gives people hope to do things for themselves. So if they start seeing foreign countries coming with helicopters, the first one, of course, was just to bring some of the staff down. The Oryx helicopters arrived later. Once people start seeing helicopters flying, once they see boats coming in the water, it will give them a lot of hope, and with their own hope, they will try to do something themselves, and that's what we need to do. Send in a lot of boats, a lot of water specialists, and a lot of helicopters to give people hope and try to pull them out and then send in the medical teams.
All right, I suppose we'll be keeping a very close eye on the developments there. Dr. Sooliman, thank you so much for your time. Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman is a Gift of the Givers founder, of course, updating us on the situation in Mozambique. The Gift of the Givers, of course, have actually sent a team of specialists to that country. So as soon as we have more information on the situation, they will be able to give it to you. So from Mozambique to Zimbabwe, we go now.